Hello everyone, so today I'll be making a video on how to determine when Bitcoin is going to top. I know it's a very strange video right now because Bitcoin has been dropping since November and no one really cares about like when Bitcoin is topping while everyone's dropping. But I do think that it's good to know so that when the time comes, you're aware of it ahead of time. And then secondly, the reason why I'm making this video now is so that in the future, I'll be making this video again of when I just decide to short Bitcoin at the top, and there'll be a lot of new viewers that would be will be very resistant to the idea because they'll be joining in late compared to those who are watching today. And I'm going to reference this video into the future, so that way this prediction was I can confirm this prediction a year in advance, or however long in advance. So this video will be broken down into 5 sections, where first I'll explain the logarithmic curve, then I'll explain pi cycle top, what happens in the past and what I expect to happen in the future, what price I expect Bitcoin to top out at, and then when exactly do I expect to start shorting. So let's get started. So Bitcoin, as I mentioned in my past couple of videos, you can more or less tell when Bitcoin is extremely overheated based on this logarithmic curve, this rainbow curve. And whenever we get to this red zone, you know that Bitcoin is more or less going to finish topping up here. So right now we're in the green zone, which means that it's a good time, more or less is a good time to buy. If you're doing a long-term hold, more or less is a good buy. I don't expect us to get to an all-time high, like not all-time high, sorry, Bitcoin's ultimate high towards December or even into next year. It's going to take a while to break all of these resistances and then start rallying up from here. So one of the things to determine is, yes, you'll know Bitcoin is near the top when it's in the red region. And if you go ahead and extend it, so this is BLX, which is it aggregates Bitcoin since its inception. So you can tell, like, oh, this back in 2011, it made a top in the red region here, touched the top here. 2013 touched the top here. 2017 touched the top here. And then the expectation is that at the end of this year or into 2023, it's going to top here. So I don't know the accuracy of this log curve, but so far it does seem like it's pretty accurate. Notice how it hits these lines very, very well, very, very cleanly. Notice how like it bounces here, bounces here. This one not so much, but it hits these lines perfectly. So I do expect this will hold pretty well. But the primary thing to determine is more or less the pi cycle top. If you look back into the past, right, like the most recent May, like May 2021, Bitcoin topped out at April, and it's formed a pi cycle top. So had you got out when the pi cycle top happened, you would literally have gotten out at the top and then been able to get Bitcoin at a cheaper price. Back in 2017 here, and if we go back in time even further, 2013 here, 2013 here. So the pi cycle top is a clear warning shot of how you would know Bitcoin is topping out. So what I do expect to happen is that as we start to recover, we're going to hit into the red region. This pi cycle top won't happen until these two lines converges. So I do expect us to, this probably go up here, this probably go up here slowly, and then eventually these two lines converges. So whenever Bitcoin starts moving here, right, up here, I do expect the pi cycle top to appear up here. So that would be the first warning shot. But you could just sell the Bitcoin then and then get out. But during this time right here, between this zone, between here and here is when a full-on alt rally is happening. So for me, I'm not going to necessarily get out at the pi cycle top. I'm going to play the alt rally during this time. And I'll show you in a little bit of what happened in the past. So the same thing happened in 2017, where once Bitcoin topped, a full-on alt rally happened up until January 6, 2018. And before that time, there was not a lot of alts before 2015. So there wasn't really an alt rally because there didn't exist a lot of altcoins back before 2015. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what happened in 2017, where Bitcoin topped in December 17, 2017, and I'm going to show you all the alts that ran in between that time. I mean, nearly every single altcoin ran in between this time. So it gives you a sense of like what to expect. So I do expect the same thing to happen in the future, where once Bitcoin tops, you have around 20 days for a full alt rally. You play the alt rally, and then you just short whatever altcoin or whatever. Ideally, you want to short the altcoin because they give you more percentages. For 20 days, you play the alt rally long for 20 days, and after that, you just short it. So if you look back in the past, go ahead and do this indicator. Litecoin back in 2017, December 12th, 2017. If you look at the date down here at the bottom, right? It topped out, which more or less aligns whenever Bitcoin topped out here, right? The thing is, Litecoin back in 2017 was one of the major players. But if we look at some of the other altcoins, right? Nano topped out at January 2nd, right? That's within this time period, right? There's an alt rally here. Like it didn't matter that Bitcoin dropped. Nano just kept mooning. And then we look at Cardano back in the past, right? It topped out at January 4th. So there was an alt rally here, January 4th. So, and then if we go forward in time, right? Back into this most recent May, so May of 2020, April of 2020, between this pi cycle top and up to here, there was also another alt rally, like a really large alt rally. So this took 24 days. So back in 2017, it took 20 days, a 20-day alt rally, and then for this most recent May 2021, this took 24 days. So, and there was also an alt rally here. So if we go ahead and look at Litecoin, it topped out at May 9th. Notice how like it climbed up here while Bitcoin was dropping. See, like April Bitcoin was dropping, but Litecoin didn't matter that Bitcoin was dropping. Litecoin still ran up. So, and then it topped out at May 10th. If we notice, right, May 10th is right before Bitcoin was about to drop. And then if we go ahead and look at Cardano, it topped out at May 16th, which is during while Bitcoin's dropping. So for me, I'm going to, there will be coins like Cardano that ran while Bitcoin's dropping here. For me, I will just probably start shorting about 20 days in, just to be safe. And then if we go ahead and look at DOT, right? It topped out at May 14th. So right around here, right? Very, very, like while Bitcoin's dropping here. So I do think that, at least for me, how I'm going to play is when Bitcoin climbs up all the way to the red zone, right? That's my first warning shot. Like I'm on edge. So that's the first thing. I'm on edge into the red zone. Then when it makes a pi cycle top, so once this pi cycle top appears here, so it'll literally say pi cycle top, right? Immediately I'm gonna start counting 20 days from that point. So 20 days from that point, I do expect Bitcoin to do a fat drop. So Bitcoin will do a fat drop right here, just like I did here, just like I did in 2017, right? So you could try to dodge that if you want to. I'll see what I do. I'll see what I'll do when that time comes. But this pi cycle double pair, most likely I'll be playing this alt rally when it happens, right? And then after 20 days, I'll just begin shorting whatever alt. So 20 days from that point, I'll begin shorting, and then that's how I would play the upcoming Bitcoin top. So now the following question is, at what price do I expect Bitcoin to be at? So I'm going to measure Litecoin. So one of the things, the reason why I'm using Litecoin is that Litecoin is a good sort of indicator of what Bitcoin is expected to do, because it's a much better predictor. It moves in a very specific pattern where you can predict what Bitcoin is going to do rather than measuring Bitcoin itself, because Bitcoin is a lot harder to measure, and Litecoin is like a better predictor version of what Bitcoin is going to do. So I do expect that the entire alt rally for Litecoin is going to go. Well, first I expect Litecoin to exceed $400, right? Exceed past its most recent high. Let me go ahead and show you. So this is Litecoin without inflation. This is Litecoin without inflation, and this is how Litecoin is normally. So I do expect Litecoin to do 0.618 from its all-time high. So I do expect it to more or less make a top here at $660. And based on that current price from where it is right now, I do expect it to be 6x, right? So let's just see without inflation. Because for me, this is where the entire rally will be done, in my opinion. It's probably more than 6x. Yeah, so 5x. So notice it's like 5x. And then if we go back to this one, this is 5x. Sorry, 6x. So this is 6x. This is more or less close to 6x, right? So 500% equals 6x. So I expect something similar for Bitcoin. Just do a simple 6x from where it's at. And let's just see where it lands. So at 500%, we'll go ahead and use it with the extension. So 500%. Obviously, Bitcoin is going to have to be less than Litecoin, right? Because Bitcoin is the king. So if we expect it to be December, notice at the bottom right here, we expect it to be late 2021. It should be 6x, right, from this price here. So we're more or less around 200K is when I expect Bitcoin to be done topping, and around December or November. And it does look like it's probably going to be, if it is 200K, if we zoom in, then it does look like it's going to be around probably November, right? Like maybe it goes above 200 a little bit, November or October. So I do expect late 2020 for it to be topping around here. It doesn't have to, right? Like it can keep going on. It could just wiggle around it and take a sweet time, or it could even go to 2023, and it doesn't even have to be 200K. But I expect something similar for Litecoin and Bitcoin to be the case. Like I expect it to be 500%. So if we do just do 500%, it is around 200K, right? So my expectation is October or November 2020. And when that happens, I'll make another video mentioning that I'm going to start shorting, referencing this video. So those who end up watching this video right now here during January 29th, the end of January 2020, right? January 29th, you guys will see it coming. You guys are more mentally prepared for when that time is going to come. So I do think that Bitcoin will top around 200K in around October or November. This is like, obviously it's like, I don't know for sure, right? Like anything can happen. Like we could take a long time here, and that would drastically change the outcome of the result, right? Like maybe Litecoin falls all the way down. Maybe Litecoin falls all the way down to $40. Well, then obviously it's going to change the outcome of like when it's expected to happen. So, but I do think that the biggest indicator is, as long as I see a pi cycle top, then immediately I count 20 days from that point, and I know that's when I'm going to start shorting. So hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you guys do, give it a thumbs up and like, and remember to write in the comments what risk you took today. I read all the comments, and hopefully we can all move forward in all our goals. So everyone, take care.